Welcome, or welcome back. I am Goddess Dawn. It is Sunday, February 17th, 2019. I'm here today to talk to you about Damon Dash. A little addendum to a previous disclaimer which stated that I do not do readings on people who are alive and just living their lives. However, I do want to just add that I will do a reading on an alive person whom I'm concerned for, just like in the case of the Surviving R. Kelly series, where my first video was about the girls, Azriel specifically and Joycelyn. With that being said, I'm going to open up my channel a little bit with readings on people who I am honestly worried about. Dame being one of them. You may or may not have seen on the blogs or heard on the radio that he recently apologized on video to Jay-Z, Jim Jones, Biggs, and Lyor Cohen, of all people. But before we get any deeper into this, let's roll it back just a little bit. For those of you who aren't familiar, like I say in this case, all good, there's Google. Check it out. Here's a brief synopsis in the meantime. Damon Dash, aka Dame, is an entrepreneur. I would say he is the boss of all bosses when it comes to this game, this music business. He is the former co-owner of Rockefeller Records with Jay-Z and Biggs Burke, or Biggs for short. Silent partner. There was a big dismantling of the company, which was well documented. And at that point, there were changes. There was a clear division with most of the artists and others picking Jay-Z. We all know Jay-Z went on to do great things, not only by marrying and starting a family with the Queen Bee, but with his Roc Nation venture, which is not only music but sports. He is, the ultimate businessman. I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman. There's a lot that Dame probably regrets at this time. There was the annual Roc Nation brunch that took place this past weekend, which was Grammy weekend. Also, the festivities were very prevalent online, and I'm sure Dame was a little bit in his feelings. People did take note of that also in his comments. As you can see from this pic, you see Jay-Z, Diddy, Biggs is there. Yeah, it was definitely in his feelings. But here's the video in case you haven't seen it, and it's on his Instagram. So this is nothing that I'm uncovering that is a secret. He made the public apology just recently. And as I mentioned, it's a very strange look. Check it out. I'll come back briefly and then, put your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe too while you're at it. Go ahead and like and comment and do all that while you're here. I appreciate you. Here we go.
Anyway, that's what I do. So with that said, just pattern-wise, what you think I'm gonna do with a network? Y'all don't want it with me. I've been letting y'all breathe. I'm chilling, I'm minding my business. I have no beef with anybody. Pause. I'm looking past it. So Jay-Z, if I've offended you, I apologize. Lyor Cohen, if I offended you, I apologize. Steve Stout, if I've offended you, I apologize. Just because you don't have the same morals and principles, it's cool. I'm not angry no more. I did what I had to do. I was a little aggravated about Aaliyah, so y'all just caught the brunt end of it. It was therapy. I called Jim Jones today, and I was like, I miss him. I don't know, y'all know it, but I miss him. As a brother, I love his family. I want to be happy. And Jay, you know, the friendship we had was cool, man. I just miss it. But whatever he doing, but I'm cool with it, bro. I'm sorry, man. I wasn't myself for a second. Ali had me fucked up. And Biggs, I'm sorry, bro, if I offended you. Whatever you doing, I'm with it. I love you, man. And I know you're mad at me, but whatever. I'm sorry. I can admit it. You know, when I make some money, I'll send you something. It's because you're my brother. I love your family.
Wow, that was major coming from Dame Dash. But let's keep going. So he apologized, and there's mixed reactions. Here's some comments from his Instagram. I mean, I had to look. I had to see what the people were saying, you know. And yeah, there were people who were surprised, who were upset, who were congratulatory. Some people are saying it's a boss move to go ahead and do that, make the apology. There are, of course, the conspiracy theorists who feel that he's being pressured to do so, feeling that he doesn't look like himself. He doesn't appear to be comfortable. He's being watched. He's surrounded by people, by others. I mean, it's very uncomfortable to watch, honestly. It's very awkward. He has on camouflage as if he's in battle. That is what that signifies to me. So with all that being said, I just wanted to pull some cards, see what came up, and yeah, it's all very interesting. All right, so I pulled some cards, just in general, just asking about Dame Dash and what is going on with him. What do we need to know? The first card, Ace of Wands, is a high energy card. New beginnings, new growth, new journey. It also represents a literal pregnancy. It's a fertility card, but it also represents pregnancy. I know on the show Growing Up Hip Hop, he has expressed openly wanting to have a child with his now boo, Raquel, aka Rocky. So, could mean that that will be coming into fruition if it hasn't already been implanted there. Okay, the next card that was pulled is the Emperor. This card represents protection, stability, the Father. It brings clarity, someone who brings clarity to a situation or who can bring clarity to an environment, someone who stands tall and strong and who knows what to do. And I think that this card also represents Damon Dash. Next card is the Six of Wands. And this card represents a rising up against the odds, victory, meaning you're not down and out, you're coming up out of hard times. So that's what this card represents. The Hierophant is the next card that was pulled. This card represents a mentor, a teacher, and also represents someone hungry for knowledge, someone who seeks knowledge, who learns it, and then they also practice what they learn. Someone who's about action. That would, I believe, also be Damon Dash. So far we're just getting confirmation of who we're talking about here. The next card would be the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups. This card represents someone who radiates energy, someone who shines outwardly, someone who incites excitement around them, someone magnetic, someone with power that shouldn't be doubted. This next card is the Star. This card represents hope. It represents connecting to that hopeful, serene part of the self. Maybe he's done some inner work or doing some inner work, some praying, some meditating maybe. He's getting older. So that's what happens when you age gracefully. You become a little more quiet, spend a little more time with yourself, go in and spend time there with your inner self, with your higher self. Yes. The next card would be the Four of Cups, and this card represents greed, discontent. It also, represents not having enough when you actually do have enough. So, you could have a nice home, maybe, even some luxury a little bit, a family, a supportive family, and good relationships, but yet you're still wanting more. That's what this card represents. Someone who just can't get enough of the good life. The next card would be the High Priestess. And this card represents someone who is very insightful, usually a female energy, someone even with psychic abilities. I think that could be representing his girlfriend Raquel, or Rocky, as she is affectionately known. As I said, she mentioned Aaliyah and said that Aaliyah is a daily part of their lives, and how Aaliyah helps her be a better lover to Dame. And I don't know how that would be possible unless you are in another realm and dealing with spirits. So definitely not something to mess with, and I would hope that that's not really what's going on. But who am I to judge? The next card would be the Son of Pentacles. And this card represents a loyal, quiet, dedicated male energy, loyal, determined, can be stubborn. The next card is the Mother of Swords. This card represents someone who is sharp and perceptive, someone who could possibly be a therapist, a teacher, a doctor, somebody of that nature, someone who's knowledgeable, but also somebody who self-doubts themselves. They doubt themselves a lot. So I'm not sure who that represents in his life. I'm not sure if that's his daughter. I know that he is helping to promote his daughter's book that is releasing or has released. There are a lot of rumors about the apology video, and one of those rumors is that his daughter, I believe her name is Ava, is there's somebody has something on her, such as maybe some pictures, something inappropriate that he may not want out. I don't know if that's the case. I would hope that is not the case. I don't know where people get these rumors from. I don't understand why some people say some things that they do in the comments. So moving on, the next card is the Seven of Pentacles, and this card represents contemplation, uncertainty about success, looking back at the past and looking at all the hard work and still questioning if you made, the right decisions and things of that nature. It's a reminder to know that rewards aren't always monetary. The next card is the Seven of Swords. That card represents secrecy and self-interest. So in this case, he is either the secret keeper or a secret is being kept from him. So there's a secret happening, which is not surprising. There are a lot of rumors, as I mentioned, and obviously one of them is that this is an Illuminati move. The things that are that were in the dark at one time and that are now just all out there and revealed, which is being said to be the time of revelation. So things are being unveiled and revealed at this time. I'm here to help with that. So don't be mad at me. I'm just the messenger. And the last card that was pulled in this deck, at least, is the Five of Pentacles. This card represents sadness, worry, illness, lots and lots of worry, financial trouble, or rejection. So that was the last card that was pulled. So with that being said, that would make sense that he would be pressured to make such a video, make those public apologies in order to move forward with business deals and be able to get that money flowing back in. And we will see in time how that plays out. I did pull a couple other cards from my other deck. And the first card is the Seven of Swords, which represents being cautious and a need for self-protection. And so yeah, that card was pulled. Then the next card was Heartbreak, which is Three of Swords, Heartbreak and Betrayal, which is not a good sign. But then the next card was the Nine of Pentacles, which represents family life and children and a happy home. So you could look at it as the whole situation with Jay-Z and all that was a need for him to have caution and protect himself. Then there was a heartbreak, which could still be talking, you know, he talks about Aaliyah being a big just heartbreak for him, so that could represent Aaliyah. And then the Nine of Pentacles, it means that he will have that family home life regardless of the past pain. A couple other cards that came up was the Star, and that represents going for your dreams and going after your dreams. And the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups represents a harmonious home and children. So it just reaffirms children and could be marriage. And then the Star is going after your dreams and making things happen. Not letting nothing, you know, the sky's the limit. That's what this card represents. And it seems to me, whatever is going on, he's going to come out it looking a little bit lovelier than he has been. So let's, I guess only time will tell. And like I always say, these readings are, you know, they're not set in stone. It all depends on different decisions. A different decision from something that was being considered in one moment could change the whole scope of things. So also, all of these things are allegedly in quotes as well as entertainment. And I appreciate you being here as always. Till next time, peace. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell, comment, hit that like. Posy vibes only.